Hello, my friends. Today we're learning Basar Daf Samech Gimel. We're starting 5 lines down Pshita. So it's simple that the halacha is if someone's passing away and he says to someone, Yachloik ploini benechosai, I want Reuven to get chalukah in my nechosim. So it's obviously that he means that he should get palga, he should get half of his possessions. What the din, says the Gemara, if said give a portion of my nechosim, but he didn't say how much of a portion. He didn't say like before yachloik. Yachloik means half. Here it didn't say the amount of portion. My Omar Avina Bar Kisi. Toshma, come and listen. The Tanya we learned in the Brisa. Oymet nu chelek leploini babur. Someone said that the bur of water, and he said, I want someone to get a chelek in the bur. So Sumchu says, Sumchu soime en pochois miravia. So, since we have a suffix, if he means half, or he means nothing, so and therefore between half and nothing it's a quarter, so ein pachos miravia lechovis. If he said give someone to a portion to someone ploini bebori for a chovis to fill up a barrel, and a barrel is half of a bor, so ein pachos shminis, he gets an eighth, because again we know a chovis is a half a bor, and we know, and he said a chelik of that, so it's all half or nothing. So you give him 8. If he said likdira for cooking, ein pochos mute base, so he gets half of the suffix. Letefiach, if it's only for a drink, that's a small amount. Ein pochos mishishasa, he gets a half of the suffix. Tanu Rabbanon ben Levi, someone who's a Levi, shemocha sodel Israel, he sold a field to Israel. And he told him, Almenas, I'm selling it to you on condition shemaisa rishon, that the maisa, the 10th that goes to the Levi, sheli, you're going to give it to me, the Levi. Maisa rishon shloi, so the din is that he gets maisa rishon. He said, for me and my kids, Mace, if the Levi died, iten lebona, we give it to his kids. If he said, Kozman shasod zubiyotcha, all the time that this field's yours, you're going to have to give it to me. So if this Israel Mochra sold it, and bought it again, so now it's in new sales, it's not anymore the first sale, and all of Klum, he doesn't get the Maisa. How is it so that he gets a Maisa? A person can't sell something that didn't come to the world. So this Israel who promised the Maisa to the Levi, it's Dava Shaloi Bala, he never grew yet, therefore the din should be that you can't sell it. Says the Gemara, okay, when the Omale Almenas, since he said Almenas, Shemaisa Rishon Sheli, and he added it, so Shiure Shire Lemokai Maisa, it's as if he said, I'm selling you the whole field, except of a 10th I'm leaving for myself, and that 10th he has to give to the Levi. Omar Ishlokish, Zoisemeres, we could see from here, Amoiche Bais Lechaver, if someone sells a house to his friend, the Omale Almenas, said Almenas on condition that the roof stays to me. So the din is Yuta Elyoina Shaloi, so the roof stays his. Now, let's just recap a second. We learned in the Mishnah that if someone sells a house, the roof is not included. So here, if he says Almenas is coming to add on something, so says the Gemara Daf Samech Gimel Omud Beis. What did he add about the roof? Only by selling, I'm only selling the house, it means without the roof. So what did he add? It's coming to add because Reuven who sold Shimon the house, and so normally, yes, the roof stays Reuven's. But if Reuven wants to take poles out of the roof into the chotah that he sold to Shimon, he can't. But if he said this Amanas, that's where he gets added on, that he could take out beams into the chotza. Rav Papa Amar that the nafkamin is shimrotzo livnois ali al gaba boina, that the roof is his. Not only that the roof is his, he could even build on it extra. And we're going to see later on in Samech Dalet what it's coming to add exactly. Said the Gemara, Bishleimer of Zvid, who says that it means that he's adding on the nice that he could have. He left a piece in the schus and the chotza to put zizim. Ainu duktoni zoisomeres. That Rish Lakish says we could see from here, from the story of the Levi, to us, because we could see it's the same idea. Like the Levi left for himself a portion in the field, so also this person left a portion in the chotza to take out beams. Eleanor Papa, he didn't leave anything extra in the sale that he's leaving to himself, so it's not the same din. So the Gemara kasha, it's a kasha on the shitta of Rav Papa. So now before we start the next Gemara, let's get this clear. So if Reuven sells Shimon a house, and it doesn't say any conditions, so from the floor till the roof of the house is Shimon's, but the roof and underneath it belongs to Reuven. Now, there's an extra thing that you could say, and the Reuven sells to Shimon not only the house, he sells them also Unko and Ruma, what's the depth and the height. And on that Rav Dim is going to say that's coming to include that if he doesn't say it, Reuven is the one who's allowed, who sold it, could build underneath the house. The underneath the house still belongs to Reuven, and on the roof of the house. If he says Unko Veruva, the roof and underneath the house belongs to Shimon. And if he says the extra thing from the bottom of the ground, from the bottom of the earth till the sky, it means to say that even if there's boirus of water, pits of water, that also is sold. So let's see it inside. Omar Avdimi Minardo, Ayman de Masben Lebeita Lechavri Reuven, who sold the house to Shimon, Afalgab de Kotzav Leunko Veruma, even if he said, I'm giving you also what's underneath and on top. Tzorech Lemichtav Lekoniloch Mitoim Aravad Toim Rikia. If he wants to sell him also the pits of water, he has to not only say Unko Deruma, he also has to say from the bottom of the earth till the sky. My time, and what's the reason? The Unko Veruma bestoma loikoni. So, Unko Veruma meaning underneath the house and on the roof, if he doesn't say that, it's not sold to Shimon. So Ahani Unko Veruma, when he say together with underneath and on top, Lemikne Unko Veruma, he means to sell also the basement, what's underneath and the roof. If he added that from the bottom of the earth till the sky, Lemikne Bar reduced mean to say that he's also selling him the pits of water, umechilois and tunnels. We're going to bring a raya from the Brisa to this dinner of Dimi Minar Dora. It says Veloy. Sorry, it's from the Mishnah. Veloy sabor veloy sadus. If you sell the house and he didn't say anything about the pits of water, so it's not included in the sale. Even if he told him, I'm selling you the underneath and on top, it doesn't mean the pits of water. If he said just the house, he's selling him also the roof and also underneath. So when he added if just saying his house, he's selling him the roof and underneath. So when he adds on it means also the pits. So since we could see in the Mishnah not like that even if he wrote underneath and on top, the pits are not included. So we could see the pits of water is only included if he said me toy madrikia. Mechilois is tunnels. So the Gemara Teretz, no, it's talking about the Mishnah that it says that you don't sell the pits. It's talking about where he did write Veruma. But if he sold Veruma, it means that he gives him also the pits. In the Mishnah it says clearly that even though that he wrote Veruma, he doesn't give him the pits of water. So the Gemara Ochikama, this is Pshat in the Mishnah. You can learn the Mishnah otherwise that we don't have a writer of Dimi. Even though that he never wrote, Kimisha Kosav loy domi lemikne Veruma, lemikne boy reduce mechilois. 1 second. So the word saying in the Mishnah when it says that even though he wrote, it means that even if he didn't write Kimisha Kosav Domi, it says if he wrote underneath and on top, Lemikne Veruma, to sell him, even if he didn't say on top and underneath, he means to say as if he said, I'm going to sell you what's underneath and on top, Lemikne Boy Verdus Mechilois. But to sell him, if he did write the depth on top, he sell it to him. Even if he didn't wrote but if he never wrote it, even though if he never wrote from the bottom of the ground to the sky, he's still koine if he said deruma. Telling more another Toshma, we learned in the last Mishnah that he doesn't, if he sells a house by itself, the roof is not included with Manchesh Loimaki, Gavoya Sarat Fochim. If it has a fence around it of 10 Fochim, so the roof is not included. Telling more Daf Samech Dalet, Veisal Kedai Toch Bestomekoni. That if he just said I'm selling you a house without saying it's included the roof and underneath it, so what, there has a wall around it of asarat fochim, my happy, so what, but he sold him on top and underneath. So the Gemara came in the Gavoya Sarat Fochim, since it has a fence around it, 10 Fochim high, Choshiv, it's called a Chashivus, and it has a din b'fnei atzmoi. So if you didn't say clearly the sale is not sale, but if a normal roof is included. Omale Ravina Ravashi Toshma. I bring you Aryeh and again to dinner of Dimi. Minador Kamalet Domer Ishloki said before in Samich Gimel Omud Aleph. So Meres we learn from here. Moiche Bais Lechavero is someone who sells a house to his friend. Omale, and he told him I'm Menashet Yuta initially, and he kept for himself on condition that the roof's mine. Yuta initial loy, so the roof stays his. So why are they coming to include anyway if the roof stays his? And they could take from the roof extensions to the chotza. And they could build an attic on top. That even if he never said, I'm leaving the roof to myself, the roof stays for himself. Why do we need to say almenas? Even without almenas, the roof stays his. So what did he benefit by saying almenas? So the Gemara, no, Elamai, we could see that even without lechera from Rav Papa, that even without, if you don't say umkuvaruma, it still sold the roof, and that's why almenas helps, that the roof stays yours. So the Gemara, no, really, if you don't say with umkuvaruma, the roof stays mine. So when you say almenas, what do you gain? So the Gemara, anile, you benefit almenas if you set a condition that I'm leaving the roof. The nofel other bonile that if the roof falls, he can build it again because he left himself the roof in such a strong condition that even that the roof falls, he can rebuild it and it's his own roof. And if he never said almenas, the roof's only his until it falls down. But once it falls down, it's not his anymore. Thank you very much. We should all be blessed with lots of Shefa Godol.